Hello, Stefano.
Castello, how are you,
How's doing?
Castello?
How's doing?
Doing good, Friday, very close to the weekend, so I am pretty happy. You?
Yeah, here in Brazil we have carnival, carnival. Um, yeah, and it starts this Friday, and we have 5 days
On
of
vacation.
carnival. Yeah.
Yeah, but are you going to dance some samba around down
Oh,
the street?
I
No?
would like to have the sauce to be able to dance. Somebody is hard to dance. You don't.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. No, in Italy, honestly, we don't do too much at Carnival. There are some city where they do crazy things, like in Venice. But where I live in Tuscany, nothing happened. There are some local stuff, but nothing even close to what you guys do in Brazil. That is
Oh yeah.
really crazy. Yeah.
Here it's crazy. It's 5 days, and young people can handle it. But yeah, I'm not so young anymore.
Okay.
uh, yeah. So we are here back to the channel. So today we will make some kind of a research or take a look on how behind the scenes this garage tool works, right? Because um, you, yeah, I don't know, but how much experience you have it with the garage, but I only see it running. I don't know nothing behind the scenes. I only know that these garage tools are called from our meta updater, I think, right? The meta updater that we use.
Yeah, I think on Yocto it's used under meta updater, but we use even in other tooling, no, in Horizon Core Builder, for
In Horizon
example.
Core Builder. Yeah.
We
So
used we should use that.
yeah, from what I know are these two places that I already see the garage tools being used. But yeah, as I said, I only saw it being called. I don't have an idea from where it comes or what it eats or something else. So the idea is take a look on this. So yeah, from where you want to start, from Meta Updater or from Horizon Core Builder, so we can take a look from where it's get the source code or build it or don't know, download the tool.
Yeah, I think I come on. Let's start from meta updater. That
Meta
is
Updater.
from in my head. It's the low level things, no. And there is even a fun fact because I was just reading your let's say I don't know what you call like the banner that you used for this
The
event.
description, yeah.
At the the description and the title is "What do we do inside the garage?" I mean, in my garage, I do a lot of stuff. But here it's about if some people I don't know, probably someone joined us to discover what we are doing in our
In your
garage.
garage.
But no, here it's I do pretty cool stuff to be honest. But here is about more programming, coding, and yeah, we are talking
Oh, yeah.
about some tooling used by, for example, Horizon Cloud, and we it's really our idea is to explore a bit. I am honest, I don't define myself expert on this on those tools.
Me too.
I just I just used it. But yeah, let's see together what they are and let's see if we can understand something more, if we can learn something more today.
Okay, let me see here. Yeah, I think I have it here on this folder, this source, and then I should be the meta updater here. Oh, I don't have it.
Oh, that's very strange if you don't have a meta updater. Let me.
Uh,
Meanwhile, I will search a bit.
oh, okay, so if I don't have it, let's get it from GitHub then.
Yes, exactly. We can even explore by using GitHub, probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Or we
yeah.
can just download and.
Yeah, I would like to. Let me see, because the manifest of our Meta Tutorial X Horizon should have it, right?
In theory, yes, because it's where we build. I mean, there are even other stuff that we get from that meta layer.
Yeah, let me get one of these. Oh, okay, so yeah, we have it here from GitHub /update meta updater. Okay, so let me clone this one here. Nice. Oh, I should. Yeah, let's move it. Meta updater to sources. Nice. The font size is good.
Yes,
No,
I can read perfectly, but let's ask the audience if someone is here.
Yeah.
Just
You
to see if
you guys are seeing it poorly, let me know. I can make a zoom here. Okay, so we have, yeah, let's do already a zoom. Okay, so we have it here. Let's make a lazy job, right? Let's garage something. Oh, there is on the readme on image types OS 3 image type. There is some log files and stuff.
Yeah, I'm downloading also the meta layer separately just to. Yep, see.
SOTA sanity, SOTA BB class, updated night. Oh, so this file here is calling it. SOTA tools test. So lead your over self-test cases. Okay, so this is for tests. Updater QEMU is removing the tooling. Actualizer. Oh, I think. Oh no, this is getting the actualizer.
Yes.
No, it's also getting the. So
yeah, because it needs. Yeah, this is the recipe. This should be the recipe. Yeah, actualizer. Actualizer git recipe, and probably is where we get the tools also.
Okay, so it's coming from this garage sign AWS S3 bucket. But come on, I would like to have the source code. So,
but I think, let's see.
Yeah, so we are getting the binaries, let's say, right? If let's try to download this guy.
Meanwhile, I'm doing some additional research here.
Let me try to resolve the same link for garage sign PV. That is this one.
Yeah, 0.7.7.
.tgz. Right. Let's see if we can download it.
I have a very, 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 very slow connection, Castello.
It's not my connection. It's probably
it's the server.
It's probably from this S3 bucket.
Okay, it's done. Okay, it just started a bit slow, but
Europe, right? Europe West is coming, so yeah, it's far away from Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay, so get it. So I have to. Let me make a garage and move this CLI blah 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 to garage. Nice. So I have this CLI here. I never know how to decompress. You know, TGZ.
What are you doing? You have the AI in the. You have the AI in the console.
Yeah, I'm using the. Come on, it's easy as fuck.
No. I mean, it's Interesting, honestly. First time that I see it. Anyway, I should tell you something. So we are now looking about the garage sign, but I
Okay.
also know that there should be a modern version, a newer version called the
Oh.
Uptain sign.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's go by step. So for the moment, let's try to analyze it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even I found the source code. Where are the source code? So probably I can
Oh yeah, please.
share you the link. Let me.
What is better for you?
Yeah, you can search in our private chat. You should have the link.
Okay.
Because probably we can open directly the source code, no? Because now, yes, we can see the command line. We can check.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably you could launch the command line, the help, to see what he do. But then, in certain moment, I would love to see the source code.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Yeah, you can download here. There is here source code, or there is the repo, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because yeah, there is the source code zip here. Last week, it's even pretty,
So interesting. Let's see what we have inside this file.
Yeah. Do it.
So let's get it. Nice.
Okay.
So let's get. Yeah, the pattern of the file is more or less the same, but yeah, the major version is pretty higher.
Yeah, because I think I don't know why MetaUpdaters still use the Garage tool and not the newer one Uptain, but yeah, we will probably discover now. Probably
maybe,
there is a reason.
Yeah, or maybe if we go to MetaUpdater, is only. Is from this advanced element? No, right?
I think go a bit down. I don't remember if this is because I think that now they moved in the organization called Uptain.
I'm getting from here. Oh,
Exactly.
I'm done.
Yeah, now it's not anymore advanced telematics. Should be just MetaUpdater Uptain.
Nice. So the file actualizer git. Because maybe what am I thinking? I'm thinking that maybe it's only SCART gap.
Checking the master. I agree. Checking the master if they are still using Garage or they are using actualizer and the score git BB, the fourth one. Yeah, this one.
This one. No.
See Garage. See, I still see Garage.
Yeah,
Garage
they
sign,
are using the same. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No
let's open. See what this. I don't know, the source code or whatever, or launch. I don't know. What do you want to do? Or launch. See, here is called Uptain sign now.
It's interesting because, as you said, it is not there is only garage sign, right? There is the garage sign and the garage push. Are these two tooling? Maybe on the same Alta tool you will get the push too. But yeah, interesting. You saw that the contents of files are almost the same, right? But instead of garage, we have Uptain sign.
Yeah, can you launch it? Can you see if it just works like out of nothing? Because it should be something in Java.
Oh, it's a shell.
It's a shell script, but inside I expect that he calls some jar stuff, probably. Can you open this script? I'm curious. I honestly don't remember what is inside this Uptain sign script.
Let's open it.
Yeah, helper methods and blah 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 blah. What is inside? I mean, I expect that it calls some Java stuff at the end.
Oh, it's checking for sigling on maybe for Windows, right?
Yes.
This crazy functions reads in a vanilla Linux class. I like this kind. I love this kind of comments because it's really what the developer was thinking at time that he was writing this.
Bin Java, yeah.
Yes.
He's using Java.
Okay, so we use write priority override for JLink images. Oh, so yeah, it really uses Java behind the scenes. some arguments to the Jota JVM, right? And yeah, it's cool. It supports Windows, Mac, and Linux. Nice. Yeah, it's a Java. It's a Java stuff, right?
Yep.
And exec runner. The Java command with a lot of arguments. Oh, detects if the Java. Oh, I have Java? This is a good question. Oh. Yeah, I have it, and then
You have it. You launched it. No, before. No, wait. You launched just the help, so
Yeah,
the help
just the
probably
help.
doesn't. Yeah, but.
Oh, but I. What? Where? Let me back to the. Here, garage. Obtain sign. Bin. Obtain sign. Oh, but yeah, it looks like it's the Java file already, because
Yeah. It's
lot
There's a lot of stuff that you can do, huh?
oh yeah, server type.
We always use this, behind the scenes, but at the end you can control all the obtain related things, no?
Yeah. Okay, so let's see if the behavior of the garage is the same. Should be, right? So should be. Let's say.
In theory, should be just older.
Yeah,
then of course older means
compatible.
probably with the less feature, but I don't know. I am just guessing.
Okay. Yeah. So looks pretty that we have some of the arguments that looks. Yeah, there is some other stuff that is. Oh, but the credential server type you remember from the other one. Okay, so yeah, so obtain sign is the new one. So we are out of the garage. I think that's better. We check the obtain sign, or you want to stick on the garage.
But come on, the idea was to, as far as understood, to explore the tool. So if we want to see the source code, I probably suggest to see the last version, because this way we can see way more. But
I have no idea
we are
from where the code of the garage sign is coming, right?
Exactly. Also, exactly. So probably we can go back in the repo. Probably we can find it, but I think it's more convenient use the newest one. Also for the audience, I think probably it's more interesting is check what is available now. But Mateus, I just noticed one thing. We are already almost 25 minutes that we started live.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't consider myself an expert. Probably you also don't consider yourself an expert, but I have a friend. I have a friend that really know this stuff, how it works. So what do you think if we call my friend? Actually, is our friend.
What? We'll call
John.
John.
John is the guy. John is the guy that can help us. So let me see if we can invite him
right now.
Let me see if we can come. But yeah, should be available. He's in Europe, so it's like 4:24 p.m. So he should be available.
Yeah, ping him.
Okay. Let's see if he answers me. We can invite him because he really knows. Okay. I think he's available. I think we can invite him. I just sent the link of the live. So in theory, since you are the boss here of the live, Castello, probably you should see him.
Let me see here. Okay, so let me put it on the stage. Yeah. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hey, guys. I saw you were streaming this afternoon, and something about Garage. I have a feeling. I know what's coming here.
You are watching already, right?
Yeah, I saw some of the stuff. Quick question first. Do you guys know why we have this garage named stuff? This is just stupid
I
trivia.
have an idea, because yeah, if you saw the Optane stuff, is for cars, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, so Optane is...
By the way, John, just one stuff, just for the audience. I would really love if you present yourself, because I say that you are the expert, at least that people can understand who you are and why you are the expert, enough. And then you can...
So I do, for professional work, I do product security stuff for Toradex, but also I've for a long time been involved in automotive cybersecurity and in general cybersecurity for software update systems. And so in particular, I've for a long time been involved with, and right now I'm the chair of the standards committee for a software update standard called Optane. And this is a standard for how you build a secure software update system for the really challenging automotive cybersecurity environment. In automotive, you are dealing with a scenario where you've got safety critical equipment, millions of devices, millions of vehicles that have really complex internal architectures, and a lot of dangerous untrusted buses, a lot of spotty network connectivity, all kinds of stuff. So you have a really challenging security model there, and that's kind of what we built Optane for. But that's not the full story of why these tools are called Garage Sign, Garage Push, or I should say used to be called Garage Sign because we moved it to Optane Sign. About 7 years ago, I was working as a software architect for a startup in Berlin called Advanced Telematic Systems, and you saw that repo I think earlier. And we built the first implementation of an Optane software update system, and we called that product ATS Garage because it's designed for automotive. So the tooling that we built around that, we followed that naming. We called it Garage Sign. We called it Garage Push for the tool that does the push of artifacts to the repo and stuff like that. And as you all know, once you name something in software, it is really, really hard to change. So we did change Optane to Optane Sign at some point when we moved it over to the official Optane repos. Optane is a nonprofit org. We're under the Linux Foundation. But yeah, we still didn't change the name of Garage Push. Three hard things in computer science: naming and off by one errors.
Yeah, we know how it works.
But it's the same, no? So I mean, it's just that at a certain moment you decided to rename, as you said, when you moved
exactly.
to the Optane org. So at the end, it's the same. But yeah, we noticed that the meta updater, probably because there is still no needs. By default, it still used the Garage Push version, the Garage Sign Garage Push version. It comes from a very old version, probably because it's not needed. Use the new one, I thought so.
Yeah, I mean, it does some complicated stuff to be arguably, but it's all based on a codified standard, so it's not like things change a lot. I think if you see now in the ODA Tough repo, there are more builds, and that's just because our CI does it. But the Optane Sign CLI tool is built from this repository that implements a lot of the logic of Tough, the update framework, and so that repo already has Scala libraries devoted to implementing all of the logic and validation surrounding software update repository management. And so it's a lot easier to build a command line tool when you have all of the definitions, all of the type classes, everything. But yeah, you were trying to dive into what this stuff is is actually doing. And I think I could probably give you a high level overview. The repository is called OTA-TUF, OTA-TUF.
Ah, yeah, this one. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
So this is the same repository that the repo server is built from. That's the same repo server that we use as part of Horizon Cloud. And naturally, the server has to know about all of the metadata and signing stuff. So we have libraries there, and then the CLI is just another thing that's built from the same repository. So if you want the source of the CLI itself,
Is in the CLI directory, but because I saw.
yeah, I think that it's been a.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. I was talking a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Very nice.
What I was questioning is about, okay, I downloaded it here from OTA-TUF,
Yep.
the asset, and I only find it to obtain sign. Oh, the update sign itself has the push, and the other stuff?
No. Okay, so this is an important thing to maybe know architecturally about how updates should work. This is not in practicality how some other update systems do it, but how updates should work. So I think it probably goes without saying that you should make sure that you're signing the artifacts that you're distributing for software updates, right? I mean, you're pushing out an OS image or something like that. You don't want to just trust transport security. You don't want to just trust the repository. You want to use signatures with offline keys that should link back to whatever entity built the software and various other stuff. So the next step of that, and this is the thing that a lot of software update systems, let's say, treat a little bit too naively, is you think, okay, well, I've got a binary, I've got some tarball I want to install. How do I deal with signing? Well, I'm just gonna add a signature to it. I'm gonna make sure that the corresponding pub key from the developer is on the system somewhere, and then when the update comes in, I'm gonna check. It's gonna come in with a signature attached, and I'm gonna check the artifact against the pub key I've got on my device. That's sort of okay. It's fine in theory. There's nothing wrong with the cryptographic story of all of that, but it's a really bad model for actually doing software updates, especially with like IoT devices or certainly anything safety critical, and especially kind of over the long term. So what you actually want to do when you're securing a software update system is make sure that when a package is delivered, the client receiving it can verify not just, hey, this package matches the signature of some key, but that it can verify a bunch of other properties about the state of the repository it's coming from. So you don't want to just know, hey, does this package have a signature on it? You want to know, does this repository that I trust still trust this signature? Like one of the biggest failure modes of that sort of naive signing implementation is that once you sign something, you can't unsign it. There might be, I mean, there obviously are mechanisms to revoke keys. There are even mechanisms to revoke signatures, but those are things that you actually have to build. They don't just sort of come for free. So what happens if I release version 1.0 of my product or whatever, and a couple of years down the line, it turns out that some massive security flaw has appeared in the Linux kernel, the Bluetooth stack, any other component that makes that old version totally exploitable and utterly vulnerable. Well, I would like to be able to make sure nobody can install it anymore. And you don't get that if you're just doing signatures. This was a long way around to talk about Garage Sign. Because what we do with Garage Sign and now Uptain Sign is it's a tool that lets you manage the metadata about a repository and sign that metadata. So when you want to push a new package, you're not just creating a package, adding a signature, and sending it off somewhere. You are sending the artifact somewhere. That's an important part of it, of course. The clients have to download the artifact. You're also updating the repository metadata and signing the new metadata. So it's a two-step process. Put the binary somewhere and then add like add a new entry, let's say, to the list of valid for install files in the repository and sign the whole big list. And you can see that if you want to like dig into the help of the Uptain Sign CLI tool, with that context, probably a lot of the options will make a lot more sense.
Nice.
Okay. Nice.
So, let's dig in on the code here. What is code to us take a look, John?
Ooh, all right. So we're gonna have to start reading some Scala if you wanna really.
Scala. Yeah,
Yes.
we
Scala,
saw
not
that
Java.
It was
Okay.
Java. What?
I mean, yeah,
Or this
Scala...
changed on this version of the Uptain. The garage
No,
was
it's-
Java and Uptain is
It's
Scala.
always been Scala. We never messed around with Java, but Scala is a language that it's a JVM language.
Oh,
So
okay.
when you compile a binary, it compiles to JVM bytecode. So
Interesting.
that's why this stuff. And
Yeah, I
like
mean-
that script you were looking at earlier, that's just the standard launch a Java CLI bin script that is packaged by build tools and stuff. We didn't write
This
that.
is Scala then. Oh.
Yeah, because when we saw jar, I said, "God, that's Java."
Yeah.
Then yeah, I agree. I mean, I know that Scala can use just a regular JVM, but that's way better. So, in my opinion, let's see. But Mateus, what I was thinking. I mean, we can look a bit the code, but then if this is easy to do, we could even try to type some commands. Like
I think
download
that
some
might be-
metadata. Yeah, like sign.
I think that might be
metadata.
easier than diving into to Scala.
Yeah.
Look, I love Scala, and I think good, solid, strongly typed functional code bases are the only way to go for long-term maintenance. All these crazy people who like things like JavaScript or Python, I don't know. These guys are crazy, but. I'm just messing with you a little, but yeah, I think it might be hard to really come to grips with the code base without some context in the Scala, and I think you can see from the tool.
So I have here. The Uptain Sign. So
I think you need a credential, probably, to...
So you actually, this is an interesting thing about Uptain Sign. We can do everything with 0 credentials. We can also do stuff with credentials.
Okay.
But the reason for that is the other thing about a software update system is you should never have to trust the repository that your stuff is stored on. If you're building a system that is based on just trusting the remote server, it's probably a bad idea. So all of this metadata that you're signing, all of it can be signed with fully offline keys. And so this is part of why Uptain Sign is a bit complex. What it does actually, when you're working with a remote server, anytime it does like an add a new file operation, it's going to download a set of metadata from the server, verified, etc., replicate it on the disk. Then you get to change the metadata structures locally, sign it with a local key, which can be even something that is like from, you can use like a YubiKey or something like that, like a hardware-backed security module to sign the stuff. So you don't, you really get to do everything completely locally. You can even do it in an air-gapped network, like inside a hyper-secure facility with no internet, and then just carry the signatures out so that the hardware that contains the key never even touches the internet. And that's core to the design. So we don't need remote credentials to already start playing with it.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Nice.
We can, though. You can. It has some helper functions where you can pass in just a credentials file from Horizon Cloud, for example, and then it'll get your repository. That might be the easiest way to get up and running. And for this, I believe.
Yeah. What
you're
do you
gonna want...
suggest? I mean, what should we do now first?
You know what? Let me. Because I have to admit, I also don't use the obtain sign binary every day. Let me.
Yeah, because I noticed
run it
is
on
that I mean, most of the people just wrap it around other tools.
Yeah.
No, it's
and you can
it's
do
common
that. There's-
usage. Huh?
Here we go. Let me just pull up mine. So I believe what you're going to want is
Another
is
question.
obtain sign init.
Another question that I get. And these tools are also used for the offline updates, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the offline updates. Oh man, if you want to get into how the offline updates work, I would be happy to, because I wrote the standard for that personally. Offline updates are a really challenging topic because like all of the extra security that you get from using a properly implemented TUF repository does get a bit harder in the offline context. Like one of the main things we want to do in software repository security is ensure the freshness of the data that's coming from the repository. Like we don't want a potential attacker who can man in the middle between the sensitive device and the repository. We don't want them to be able to like replay a bunch of metadata from 2 years ago. And so we have a lot of measures against that and stuff that involves, rapidly expiring metadata and things like that. And we really had to think through all of the security use cases for that and like which metadata do we need to preserve and check for the offline case, what properties can be partially updated, and we get that. But yes, absolutely, offline updates deal with this same stuff. They read the same metadata because it's all rooted in this principle of replicate the metadata only from the repository, verify the metadata, and only once you've done a bunch of checks against that, only then start to trust some. Only then do you even start to download a binary. But let's see how this works. I have to confess I didn't come in here super prepared for that. But if you do obtain sign init, you should be able to pass a credentials file.
Yeah, I was thinking I can push any kind of file to our platform. Like if I have
so you can push any binary file. Yeah.
Oh.
You can also push
then.
OS tree. Okay, for that though, let me tell you, that's not if you're going to push a binary. That's not done with Garage Tools. That's a straightforward. It's a REST API call.
Oh, my dog was also interested.
Yeah, I agree. I think your dog just agree.
But why don't
okay, so let's.
Why don't instead of updating we'll do everything except upload the binary. And then I can sort of show why the whole process doesn't depend on on having a connection to the server. So why don't you pick a file, any file, and what we're going to do is initialize the repository.
Banana.
.bin, it's perfect.
On the
60, okay.
60 file is not problem, right? Could be.
I don't think it checked the extension.
Yeah.
It's not Windows.
Okay, let's write something on the banana. Only to have something here.
Okay.
All right. So here I have to ask you, Mateus, because it's your stream. Do you want to grab some real credentials from Horizon Cloud and use them and actually push the repository, or do you want to do everything completely locally?
No, I can get it right now.
Come on, we do real stuff
Yeah.
here. Mateus.
Cool.
Let me get the credential.
And this might be a point at which it's kind of helpful to. Some people sometimes have questions about the fact that in Horizon Cloud you download a file called credentials.zip, and there's why is it a zip file and not just an OAuth2 credential or something like that? And the answer to that is because in this credentials file there are actually several different things that deal with the several different steps you have to do. So there are credentials that are OAuth2 credentials that let you push a file with using the API. But then there are also signing keys. And you need those signing keys to actually be able to do it. You, of course, can also take your signing keys offline. So like when you download a credentials.zip, if you're keeping your keys online, it'll have signing keys in it. If you've taken your keys offline, then Horizon Cloud doesn't know about them anymore, and so the zip file won't have them. But there's tooling to create a zip file with offline credentials.
Oops. No, can continue, no problem. I was.
But now what
opening
should
the
they do?
platform here.
Should they do the init?
Yeah, so let's grab a credentials.zip file.
I
already got
I
it.
see here now.
It's
You already got it.
here.
Okay, so then
It's
all
already
you
here.
need to do is obtain sign init.
Then sign init.
Space
Here,
dash R.
That's better.
Yeah, there's several arguments. Dash R and then a repo name, whatever you want to call it.
Banana.
Great. This is just going to
No.
be the name of the directory on disk.
Wait,
Few
what
more
else?
arguments. Patience. You need the credentials, so it's -c credentials.zip.
Credentials.zip.
Assuming
I am-
like whatever the path to your credentials.zip actually is.
Yeah, perfect.
And then you can specify the server type as an argument, but we want the default, so you don't have to put anything else. This should do it.
I can.
Okay, now
press-
you can enter.
Okay.
Now you can.
Save it keys to tooth banana keys, targets sec, targets poop, and finishing the need for banana using credentials. Nice.
Now, I want to point out at this moment that that thing that is referenced, targets.sec, that is the signing key for your repository for what's called targets metadata. It is very sensitive. Let's make sure we don't accidentally show it on stream.
Okay.
However, if we did, one of the nice things about Optane is that keys are really easy to rotate. So this is if it did leak, and you were worried about, oh my God, somebody can sign software for me now. This can be a problem in that naive system I described, where you just have like some key that's burned into the device that you check against. If that key gets compromised and you have to replace it on all the devices, you have a nightmare to roll out. And that's one of the things that works really well in Tough. You can very easily rotate keys, and all of the devices get it without having to do a software update. They update the key metadata every time they check for an update. But that's besides the point. So we've got a
And
repo
we
now.
have it on platform, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you can also just
File.
click a button to rotate the keys.
Yeah. Here on the new, why I don't
I
know
think it might
where.
be under repository.
Go in my account. Go in your account. If you go repositories, there is a tab. Yeah, and here you should have. You can remove the credentials, rotate
credentials.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's not worry too much. If it does leak, you click the rotate button. It'll be fine.
Yeah. No worries, no worries.
So what this has done, show us the Tough directory tree now.
The tough. Let's see if I have 3. Yeah, I have it.
Okay, so
Oh.
now we've got just some metadata, and this is what I described. GarageSign creates a structure on disk that mirrors the metadata structure in the repository. You haven't pulled anything down yet, though, so it's pretty unpopulated. The next thing I think we're going to want to do is pull down your targets metadata. And targets metadata is metadata that describes what is technically called a target, but what you can think of it's metadata that describes all of the packages in the repository. So let's do that. Let's do obtain sign target -r banana. So obtain sign is one of these tools you always have to specify the specific repository you're always working with. It's going to be obtain sign targets pull.
Okay, so let me get it again. It's obtain sign R. It's the same repository.
Yeah, whatever. Banana, yeah.
I
and
have
then-
to pass the path or only the
It's
name?
just the repository name. It'll you
don't-
see inside.
I don't need to pass stuff/banana.
No,
Only banana.
just-
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. What more?
Targets pull.
Target.
No dashes. The targets
no
is a subcommand.
Subcommand.
Yeah, targets and target space pull.
Targets.
So-
space.
Subcommand. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, let's see
Update
if it works.
sign -r banana targets pull.
And let's see what happens.
No option error.
That R might have to come after targets.
Okay. So
Target pool -r banana. Okay. Perfect.
I think it. Well, yeah. I think it might go between targets and pull.
let's see what
but-
works. Oh,
Looks
Okay.
like that did it.
pull with the targets.
Now let's just take a quick look again at that directory structure. And now under there we've under that roles directory we've got a first of all a targets.json.checksum, that's self-explanatory, and then a directory called unsigned and a targets.json. Can we take a look at that file just so we can start to understand what's in it?
Tough banana roads unsigned target JSON. Yeah, it's a
Okay, cool.
JSON file, very big. Oh no, so
Yeah, because
I
are all the
see you
packages.
have,
No, not all the packages. Yeah, are the repo. Okay.
I see that you've had this account for a while because you're on version 367 of the targets.json. This file has a few things in it. You can see it's got an expiry date, and then it's got the very next thing is a list of targets objects. And it looks like you have not uploaded any packages to your repository yet because that targets object is just empty.
oh.
The other information
Yeah, I
in
don't
there.
have nothing there.
So if you look on Horizon Cloud, you'll see packages, but that is because
Okay. I don't
you
enough.
have packages that are from are delegated from
My packages. I don't have enough.
Horizon. Yeah, there you go. So
That's correct.
let's go back to the JSON and we can take just a quick peek at the other stuff. You have those delegations, those things that say TDX nightly, etc., etc. Those are what authorizes your repository to trust the package feeds essentially that Toradex generates. So that's just a list of public key IDs, and above that, the part you had highlighted, those are the actual public key blocks, PEM encoded, and that's how you can trust the stuff that's upstream. But that's not too important. We now see we've got a blank targets file. Let's try adding something to it first, because whenever we're doing stuff manually with obtain sign, we're gonna first make all the changes that we want to make in our repository on disk, and once that's done, then we're gonna sign it and push it up to
Okay.
the remote.
Okay. So
Um,
what I should do now?
how manual do we want to go here? Because there's a convenience function that lets you just pass in a file and automatically do everything, and there's a low-level function that forces you to give all of the metadata individually.
Oh boy, I would love to go deep on this. Yeah, but we are very close to the end of our time.
Okay, then let's do the
I don't know,
easy.
Stefano. Maybe we could do another live next week to continue.
I
this.
think that's a nice idea because I think there is not so much available on the web about this topic, and I think this will be very, very helpful for everyone that want to approach this kind
Okay,
of
so
thing.
let's do this. Let's use the convenience functions.
Yeah,
I
for
mentioned
today,
there's
it's probably
Yeah.
it's a separate thing to upload the binary and to upload the metadata. Typically, we upload the binary first just to make sure it works, and then we upload the binary later. So let's try the upload first, and the command for that is just obtain sign targets. What is it? Targets upload. Yeah.
Targets upload.
load.
And then that has some arguments. It's -I and the input file name. Yeah, you need the repository, of course.
Oh, I had to set banana.
Banana, and then even banana txt, no? You could put -i, sorry.
Yeah, -I banana.text.
Okay, something else?
Yeah, you need to. So that's the name of the file, but you do need to specify a name and a version on the repository. So the actual file name is relevant. You could make the name banana.text on the repository as well, but it needs to be specified separately, and it must have a version. The version can be any string, but yeah, you specify that --name, some string, and then --version, some other string.
Okay.
And I think that's it. Yeah, that should do it.
Credentials I don't need to pass?
Oh, good point. Oh, no, you don't need to pass it because if you check in that directory structure, when you initialize the repository, it saves your credentials
Nice.
locally.
Okay. So, let's see.
Seems doing something.
Upload completed. Target uploaded. You can now add this target to your targets with target add.
But we're not going to do that because that's the low-level function. There's a convenience one. So it's obtain sign targets add uploaded, I believe. Add -uploaded.
Okay, so update sign targets.
Yep, so target subcommand, and then the next subcommand is add -uploaded.
Add
the
dash.
All one, the subcommand is add uploaded, like all one word. Add -uploaded with no spaces.
I don't get it. What? A target's add.
ADD. No, the opposite. Target space add -uploaded, and add -uploaded is all one word.
One word. Remove the space. Just remove the space between add and
Oh,
upload.
here.
No.
Leave that space.
Okay.
And now, right after the add, without a space, put a dash.
Oh, now I get it.
Oh, finally.
Oh, good. And so this makes it so that you don't have to like specify the hash. It'll take the hash of the file and stuff. And so the arguments you need here are -r banana. So for your
repo
name.
Okay, repo.
And then you need -i for the input, the binary file again. So -i banana.text.
Okay.
And again, you need name and version.
Oh. Name banana. Oops.
version 1.
Version 1.
And one more thing, you need --hardware IDs.
Hardware.
And that's all lowercase.
That's the famous hardware ID, no? Because this is
Yes.
related to the component that we want to.
Yeah, exactly.
target, no?
One detail, Matthias, there's no dash in the middle of hardware IDs. It's just
Okay.
all lowercase. There's two dashes in front of it, but it's not hardware dash IDs. It's just hardware IDs all
okay.
smushed together. There you go.
Now I'll get it.
Yeah. And then, so for this brings us to another important concept in in Uptane, we have, whenever you upload a package, you need to specify what kind of component it's compatible with. So you can imagine if you're doing an automotive update, you've got a vehicle and you have, a drivetrain controller, so 5 different domain controllers, like the in-vehicle entertainment. You've got a bunch of different things. You don't want to be able to send a package that's supposed to be for your engine controller to your IVI system. So one of the things that we keep in the repository, whenever you upload a package, you have to say what hardware it's compatible with. And in our case, in Horizon Cloud, we call these components because it's not necessarily separate hardware. So you can upload a package that's an application package and it's a Docker Compose file. You can upload a package that is for a subsystem. I don't know if you've talked about subsystem updates on the stream here somewhere, but so you have to have some hardware ID to say what kind of package this is, what end thing on the device should install it.
But
this
John,
can be anything.
must it's something that need to exist, or here we can just put something.
Here you can choose anything you want. Of course, to be able to install it on a device, that device has to have a component with that name.
Yeah, let's create the banana.
Banana hardware. I love it.
Banana hardware, yeah.
And I think that should be all you need.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Error. No argument. Add upload.
It's add uploaded. Sorry.
Okay.
Uploaded. Okay.
Okay.
Because in theory, then you, in this case, John, after this command, I haven't understood if we already should see something on the cloud or not in the package
Not
list.
yet. First things first, let's go back to your text editor and look at targets.json and we see what changed.
Okay, so code targets.json. Oh.
And now you have something in your targets metadata. You've got a package called banana1, and it's got some metadata about that package. It tells you what the hash of it is. In that hashes field, you've got the SHA-256 of your file. The length, which is a useful security property, you always want to guard against hash like extension hash collision attacks. So if you're just specifying a hash and you're not specifying the length, it's weaker than if you specify both. And then some extra custom metadata. And yeah, some other custom metadata that doesn't really matter that much, except you see in your list of hardware IDs there, banana hardware.
Nice.
Now, second last step. You've added this to your local targets metadata, and now you need to sign that metadata.
Oh.
Unsurprisingly, the command is obtain sign target sign.
Oh, targets sign.
And I think that might be the only thing you need. Let me check.
Yeah, because probably he signed everything, it doesn't care. No, probably the repo still, no?
Oh yeah, you definitely need the repo.
Just the repo, because then he signed everything.
See if that works. I'm if it not, we can look up the. Hey, looks like it. Now, let's look at that targets.json just for interest, because you had the unsigned one before, and now you're still looking at the unsigned one.
Oh, now you have a folder.
Now you have one called exactly under roles. You have targets.json.
Oh, okay. So tough banana roles targets JSON.
And that is exactly the same as the other one, except now you've got this signature block at the top. And so this targets file, remember, still lists all of the packages in your repository and all of the delegations of trust. So this is the top level one. Anything if you decide to stop trusting the Toradex feeds, you can just remove those from your metadata here. Now you've got it signed. And now and only now is the repository going to accept it. And you should be able to just do obtain sign targets push.
Oh, let me see if I get it.
Okay.
Because we have the signatures here, but it's empty, right?
Oh. Indeed it is. Okay, so we must have missed something. Target sign. Let's read it. You would hope that it would. Yeah. Sorry. You need to supply You need to supply a key name. And that.
Probably there's
Yeah.
a way
Show me the. Let's look at the directory tree one more time.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, now you see that it's extracted also some signing keys from the credentials.zip, and those are in the keys directory. So we're going to run obtain sign target sign again because we forgot to give it a key name. And yeah, the parameter is -- key - name.
key dash name.
Key
Dash name. Okay.
And then it should just be targets.
targets.
You can the reason for this, incidentally, is that Uptane has support for more complex signing schemes. So if you wanted to, instead of just having one signing key for your repository, you could have, say, 5 signing keys from your repository and only allow the repository to be updated when at least 3 of your 5 keys have signed it. That's called threshold cryptography. But I think this should be all you need.
Sign it.
And now,
Let's see.
if we go back to that file, we should see a filled signature.
Now I
we
have
see.
it.
That's much better.
Okay.
And now we're ready to push. To push the metadata, because
Nice,
we already
because
pushed
our
the file.
time is exploded.
Okay, last one real quick. It should just be obtain sign targets push -r banana.
Saying targets push.
Yep.
Push. Okay.
Banana.
Banana.
Let's share banana.
Only
Go.
this?
Yep.
Okay.
Doing something.
Push the
Doing
targets.
something.
Now let's see. With any luck at all, it should show up in your.
Oh, it's
Hey.
Banana.
Supported
We have
component.
And you
banana.
notice it shows subsystem.
Banana harder.
So this is like if you have some custom defined subsystem that you wanted to push a binary to. Yeah, that's we assume that if it's not a bootloader and it's not an operating system and it's not an application package,
Oh.
it must be a subsystem.
Subsystem.
So that's why
Okay.
it's showing
Nice.
showing
So
like that.
I think that is it for today, John. I would love to stay more, but yeah, our time is already exploded. Yeah, but we should do another live to go more deep on the steps that you said, more behind the scenes on this tool. Okay,
Yeah,
so-
cool. Always happy to.
Yeah, it was great to have it. Great to have it you too, Stefano. And see you on the next live. Maybe next Friday. What do you think, Stefano?
I'm always available. Let's see. I mean, now I don't know when is next. Same hour, same time. You mean?
Same hour, same time. You'll be 7 March.
7 March, 4 p.m. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see. Probably we can do it. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
John,
Mateus,
is that
Thank you.
okay for you? Maybe.
Yeah, I'd love to. Look, I think you know it's harder to get me to shut up about software update security than it is to convince me to talk about it. So I'm happy to come back anytime.
Nice. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
See you at the next one. Bye bye.
Bye
Ciao.
bye. Ciao.